A little known fact about the Roughcut was that it was released alongside the Diatron as part of Hasbro's Multi-Shot Madness line. Yes, Multi-Shot Madness was a thing, and the Roughcut was in it along with the Diatron Vortex Blaster. The idea of being able to front load and fire 2 shots off at the same time was simply genius. It's still a blaster that's well loved. The intelligent AR used in this blaster has seen many incarnations. The Roughcut has evolved over time, and here's Jolt Attenborough to take us through how it's developed.
Indeed, since 2003, Roughcut has been a fine specimen of Nerf shotgun engineering. As over time, it adapted to its surroundings, it gained a white coat to help it blend in to fridges and snow and whiteboards, radiators, bathing tubs, bathroom tiling. If you take your eye off it for a moment, it vanishes into thin air. So effective is this camouflage that one will often find themselves grasping for the toilet brush and accidentally picking up. Whilst there are doubtless those who are skeptical about the camouflage skills of the Roughcut, I would ask those cynics if they've ever noticed any Roughcuts against white surfaces in their home. If not, I rest my case. Fortunately for us, the Roughcut must also occasionally leave its places of camouflage to graze. Here we see a herd of Roughcuts grazing on the carcass of a deceased Deployus rubbishus. To the more natural, greener nature of the surroundings in which these Roughcut often have to hunt and scavenge, where there is much greenery, such as this. My name's Keith. It has become necessary for the Roughcut to evolve even further. Indeed, the white offers little in the way of camouflage in such a lush green jungle environment. But what's this? To the untrained eye, this may look like an ordinary gooseberry bush, but concealed therein is another breed of Roughcut. If you concentrate, you might catch a glimpse. As you focus, the faint silhouette appears. The Cuttus Ruffus Striker Zombus has been endowed by Mother Nature with a green skin and a brown wood-like handle, which enables it to blend in perfectly with its surroundings. Gooseberries, nom 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 nom. Whilst it is moving, foraging for gooseberries, one of its favorite foods, gooseberries, nom nom. It is perfectly visible, but when startled, as soon as it stops moving, it vanishes, as if not even there. For the most part, Zomba Strikers Cuttus Ruffi are fairly safe from predators. Apart from those, nevertheless, some have evolved defensive mechanisms to help them cope with these. What creature in their right mind would ever mess with that? An evolution which has resulted in a completely new species is the Twinus Shoccus Megarus. Its obvious Roughcut ancestry is evident, but its great size makes it practically invulnerable to all predators. Indeed, if it wants a bite of deploy, all it has to do is belly flop. Whilst the Shoccus Twinus Megarus is adapted to be much larger, the Zombostricus Roughcutus has also developed into a much smaller species. Only having one array, some may regard this as a devolution. However, there are benefits to having one array of 4 than 2 arrays of 4. Whilst the Zombostricus Cuttus Rufus is well adapted to its surroundings, its intelligent yet bulbous 2x4 array of barrels does make it difficult to fit into boxes. This particular specimen has also ditched the pump handle in favour of this. This ancestor of the Roughcut also likes gooseberries and is also well camouflaged. Where's it gone? This too would evolve into a new species. The next distant relative of the Roughcut, the Quadrot, is smaller and more nimble. Retaining the handle at the back and the array of 4 intelligent AR activated dart chambers is a much smaller but nevertheless distant relative of the Roughcut. And yet our journey is not over. It has been theorized in future times that this minimizing of the Roughcut's original form may continue into following generations as nature selectively removes excess baggage from its design. By nature, I of course mean Mother Hasbro. Indeed, there have been unconfirmed rumors circulating about another unconfirmed species closely related to the Quadrot, distantly related to the Roughcut, and almost entirely yellow. And what on earth is this? This does appear to be that same elusive new species. How fortunate we are to see this elusive new species for the first time in its natural environment. I shall call it Alphastrike Fang, in honor of the great Blastorian Dr. Thalassa. This specimen appears to have all the functionality of the quadrot, yet a third of the pieces. This appears to be so well camouflaged that I can see my hand straight through the handle. Is this the fittest, most highly developed iteration of Roughcut technology? Or does this dodo represent an evolutionary dead end? I guess there'll be an unboxing and review video coming out shortly. Hint, hint.